Latin here with another Go Battle video giving you some team suggestions for the upcoming Great League. The focus of this video will be that fluffy flying dragon Altaria in the front, supported by Alolan Marowak and Azumarill in the back. Now, having a dual dragon and flying typing, Altaria will do well against the commonly used grass types like Meganium, the Mud Boys like Whiscash, Swampert or Stunfisk, any Pokemon using counter as a fast move, and the squishy ghost types like Haunter. Reasonable bulk, a great moveset and a good dual typing make this Pokemon a great choice to put in the front. However, it does have its weaknesses. The Charmers like Wigglytuff or Clefable would do serious damage to Altaria. Registeel and Bastiodon, those steel types, resist dragon and flying. Also Skarmory as well resists dragon and flying. Azumarill has a fairy typing which resists dragon, and it has Ice Beam which does double damage to Altaria. And Whiscash with access to Blizzard makes the Altaria matchup difficult to predict. Now, in composing my team, I usually pick two Pokemon in the back that are reasonably good counters for what I have in the front. And Azumarill and Alolan Marowak counter the Steel, Rock and Fairy typings really well, while protecting each other at the same time. Alolan Marowak counters those grass types really well, while Azumarill counters those ground and rock types that Alolan Marowak is weak to. It also does a really good job against Dark and Ghost. Now, going into this first matchup here, we have a really great matchup, the Stunfisk, which Altaria handles really well, as we see in the PV Poke simulation. In most shield scenarios, Altaria comes out on top. It can even tank 2 discharges from Stunfisk, even though flying is weak to electric. This is because dragon resists electric, so the damage is simply neutral. And I end up having to use a shield here to stay in control of the game. I don't mind going 1 shield down if it means I can win this first matchup and see what else they're going to bring in. So I do that, and I also have energy charged up and I use it immediately on this Altaria, the Dragon Pulse. And they are going to shield, which brings us back on even terms. I also kept my switch advantage, so as they switch to their Shiftry, I switch into my Alolan Marowak, which is weakest to the dark moves of Shiftry. However, it can still do a good amount of damage with its fast move Fire Spin. And I even managed to get a shield. So they're down 2 shields and I still have 1, which is a very good situation to be in. Now, one point I'd like to make here is that your Pokemon's IVs do make a slight difference in PvP, but it does not make such a big difference that your Pokemon cannot perform the way it should. Look at how well this Azumarill, with less than perfect IVs for PvP, performs. It tanks a whole Leaf Blade from that Shiftry, and now it's going to tank another charge move from this Altaria and still have enough bulk to bring it down as well with this Ice Beam. Azumarill will do Azumarill things regardless of its IVs. And going into this second battle, we're faced with another great situation, Alolan Marowak versus Altaria. Altaria comes out the winner in almost every shield situation. It can even tank a whole Shadow Ball, according to the simulation on top there, as we shall see. This Altaria just swallows that Shadow Ball whole and stands up as if nothing happened. And the Alolan Marowak is about to go down with this Sky Attack. And as it goes down, I expect my opponent to bring in a good counter. It brings in Skarmory, so I will just do as much damage as I can to this Skarmory before fainting. And this Sky Attack will be resisted, but every little bit of damage counts. Now I have a choice, and the better choice to me is my Alolan Marowak. because I can just farm down with Fire Spin and save my charge move energy for whatever is coming out after. Whenever you see a chance to farm energy, farm that energy and save those charge moves for whatever they have hiding in the back. And let's see what comes out here. Meganium, and my Alolan Marowak is like, hey, I have a Shadow Ball for you here. Ha, just kidding, Bone Club. Nah, but seriously here, hold this Shadow Ball, take it. And as it goes down, I just bring out my Azumarill to finish the job. I still have a shield, and my Ice Beam should make short work of this Meganium, and my opponent just gives up. And going into this last match here, we have the perfect situation. This grass and flying type does nothing to Altaria, so they switch. And although I could have stayed in with my Altaria, because this is a very good matchup, Defense Deoxys, I still switch into my Azumarill because I do not want my Azumarill to meet up with that Tropius by any means. So I separate the two by bringing in my Azumarill, which can hold its own pretty well against Deoxys. It may not win this matchup, but it would have put in a good amount of damage before it goes down. And it says, hey, you look thirsty, here's some water. No, you don't want it, alright. And I'm not going to use this shield. I'll go down and bring back out my Altaria to finish the job on this Deoxys. And once again, look at the IVs on my Altaria. It's not ideal, but it still functions the way it's supposed to. So one Sky Attack and down goes the Deoxys. And I'm waiting to see what they bring out. Now this is tricky because this Azumarill counters both of my Pokemon, my Marowak and my Altaria, really well. So I'm going to have to play this very carefully. I think I end up losing this matchup because I made a simple mistake. One small mistake is sometimes all it takes. So I bring out my Marowak to do some fast move damage to the Tropius. The Tropius is almost down. Now at this point it seems like I have the game in the bag. I'm able to farm down that Tropius and I have a Shadow Ball waiting for that Azumarill, which does a ton of damage. It takes the Shadow Ball, and this is the mistake I make, allowing the Azumarill to farm me down. I should have switched to my Altaria, but he was able to farm energy, and one Ice Beam will do away with my Altaria, and that is a good game. So there we have it, Altaria, a great Pokemon to put in the front. I hope my team suggestion helps you develop your own teams. And don't forget to like and subscribe for future Go Battle League videos.